I could get this edge to flow round. What does it do in the blueprint? Maybe it can tell me. No, again, like it just seems to blend out here. Okay. Well, we'll do this then for now. We'll build a square in here. Or actually, sorry. Let's build a draft here. No. What's it doing side view? Yeah, it doesn't. Let's trim it away and maybe it will help us figure it out. Trim. Okay. Let's do this as well. Let's move from that point to that point. Get rid of this curve, it's distracting. Get rid of that curve, it's distracting. Let's just build it like that for now. So 1, 2. Oh, I hate it when it does that. When it does that, you just have to hold the middle mouse button and grab this. You see this point here? It's like a cross section. Oh no. This little cross section here, you hold the middle mouse, click on it, hold it down, and then bring it to where you want it to go to. Once you get it clear. Usually once you get it close, it just snaps. And if not, then you just snap it manually. Also, it needs to be curvature there. It doesn't like that either. 1, curvature, curvature, and the reason it doesn't like that is because there's not enough CVs, so up that to 5, and there you go. And then extend this through and trim away, or you can build a square in local like that, so I should probably do that instead. Template that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's better. Curvature, curvature, so make sure this is curvature, side 4. And sometimes it doesn't like it straight away, but that's just a case of going back to it. Let me just double check. Not curvature, not curvature. So these edges don't they really, like what I was taught, they don't need to be curvature. Like the edges between the radiuses don't need to be curvature. It's just the edges that blend between the surfaces need to be curvature. Or well, they usually look better when they are curvature. So let's align that one first. G2, that edge there, and then now this is popped out of positional, so what I like to do is just pop it in to positional, so G0, that's there, and that's popped out of curvature there, but that's not a massive issue. Delete locators, check the tangency. Oh, that's further away than I thought. Usually it's quite close, and then you can just manipulate these CVs using the CV manipulator tool, remember it, and then you press spacebar to edit the sensitivity, make sure it's selected to that, and then just tweak until those green lines disappear. You just have to keep picking different surfaces, different CVs, sorry. And the one that's closest to the green lines you usually have to tweak. So in this case I'm tweaking this line, but it's now like it will start to affect something else, so I'll go back to that one. And then isolate, just kind of like a butterfly effect all the way up. Now it says it's tangent, so there you go. Because the T has disappeared and it's become a yellow C, that suggests it's tangent. If I delete locators, check tangency. Oh, sorry. Delete locators, check tangency. Why is that set to G2? It should be set to G1. There we go. Tangent. Tangent. We could even try and get this into curvature, but it's not a massive deal. Keep this on. Means we have to tweak this, so it is difficult. And the reason it's difficult is because that's not curvature for some reason. It's tangent. So we'll align that. Tangent. curvature. There we go. So that helped pop it in. And there you go. So we've got that corner in for now. But yeah, it should go. It should go like that. So it's just a case of trying to figure out what we should do there. And that's why I was going to build a monorail and extend it through and then trim it away. We can either come back to that, or we can pursue it and like try and figure it out. Basically it should just be like a corner from there to there, like wrapping around the car. So I could do this. Ooh. Trim. Keep. Kind of want that line to go straight up. When we do that, it will look weird in side view. So let's just. What should we do? We could draft off of this edge to give it something to build to. We're drafting Z. Yeah, so what we should be doing is skinning from here to there, matching the curves in plan view. Flip crown, get it close to that curve, which I think it is. Look at it in plan view again. A little bit more crown. 3. Yeah, I reckon 3. And this surface can also be used as blackout behind the grill, so that's good. But yeah, I really think. Let's just try it. Okay, oh no, let's go from here. Project that on, and let's just see what happens when we build a freeform blend. It doesn't need to be positional to this because it's going to be trimmed away. So let's just see what happens when we go there. Freeform blend. Yeah, it's not that great. Maybe if we give it a bit more space. So this curve here, we bring that back. Yeah, didn't like that either. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, bad idea. Let's just bring it back to what it was, and we'll get back to that later. Oh, I know, I'll figure it out eventually. Just gone a bit blank. Right, so that's looking alright. Let's build this diffuser area quickly. Well, it shouldn't take long. It's quite a simple surface, I think. Yeah, it just does that. I don't know if we've got centerline curves now, so let's just quickly build some centerline curves as a guide. Okay. What does it do from the front? Okay, good. Right. So this is just a case of drafting, really. It's quite easy. So let's draft the side view or front view first. Oh, smaller. Flip surface. This is in Z. It's good that it's in Z. It looks like it starts off thin and then gets thicker as it goes round, but actually there's a bit of section in it. It goes. And my front end is a bit further back than it should be, so I need to tweak this center curve here. Okay, tweak the angle, so you can just do that in draft angle. Let's try 5 degrees. No, it's not enough. 15 degrees. nearly 20, and then make it a bit larger. Oh. 8, no, 7, yeah, that'll do. It does seem like I've given it's drooping too much in the middle, so just tweak that. It's better. And yeah, as it comes around the corner, it should blend to this. So we'll trim here. It actually needs to be thicker, doesn't it? A little bit. Back a bit. Good. Trim it away. Did I build a curve? Yeah, but let's put it that way. Trim it. This draft we can get rid of. Get rid of that as well. Yep. Keep. So now we want this to blend around there, that corner. Maybe we'll extend this way a bit actually. Just because the peak is around here, so the fact that it starts there, it should probably start about here and then peak and then go around the corner. So just extend that back. Oh, and it goes across center line. So because it goes across center line, you can either trim it away in the middle, but yeah, I do that, but also you want it to be symmetrical. You don't want it to be like one CV on this side going in and the CV on the other side staying out. So another tool I use is the symmetry tool. Click on the surface and then just click symmetry, and then it should do the same on both sides, make that whole surface symmetrical. And if it's the wrong way, you just do flip surface. Okay, and now let's tweak this trim edge again, bring it back to where it was, because you want that angle to be similar to that angle. And then freeform blend. I really hope this is recording. Yeah. And it's still not great here. It's probably just because I do need to lift that a bit. Give it actually a bit of lead as well from here at the minute. At the minute it's too parallel, so we'll want to just extend this down. And when you do that, for some reason the freeform blend has lost its history, so just realign it to that edge. Eventually we will get this looking nice. I just need to remember what to do. Okay, so that's that area, and then we'll draft off again in. Edit the angle. Not 20, we want 40 this time. Maybe more, yeah. 60. Make it longer. Oh god. Still nowhere near enough angle, so 80, too much. And actually, it's not liking it at all, because what you need to do in this area really is just draft straight down and then manipulate the CVs like I usually do. So 0 degrees, turn the CVs on, select the holes, 1, 2, 3, get it to match, or get something similar. This isn't doing anything, like it's not doing a great job there, but it's okay. Extend this in because the peak's here, so we want to like give it some space again like we did with the top surface. Get rid of this, set this to symmetry so it's doing the same thing on both sides, and then manipulate these in this view as well. Could even extend it. And then freeform blend between the two. 1, 2. Yeah, and that is doing something different to that. that's just because sometimes freeform blend doesn't like it. So we'll fix that area later by aligning it and tweaking the CVs. Project, just to trim this away. And then here it looks like we have a ledge that shoots through this surface. So we'll just do what we did for the top and draft from the bottom. Yeah, so it looks like it does something more like this. Like that, and then that. And then there'll like be a radius on there to round it off. Oh, excuse me. Flip. 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees. Maybe a little bit more, minus 12. Cool. Yeah, okay, so it actually needs to come rearwards a bit because it needs to be intersecting. The center line doesn't need to come rearwards, just this does, it just needs to angle more here. So the curve that the draft is coming off of, we need to stretch backwards. There we go. So until it's intersecting there. That means this curve as well. Oh, it needs to be snapped. Oh, actually, no. Forget that curve. Doesn't matter about that. Go away. And then draft off of those drafts. Let's just do grab hull, and manipulate it inside view. And then draft straight up to close it off. See, right? And there you go, closed off. We just need to build the grill. Oh, and look, sometimes when like history isn't deleted, it's managed to do a weird thing with the trim. So just untrim and then retrim there. And don't forget to save. Because nobody likes it when everything fucking crashes. And then you lose all your work because Alias decides not to msave for no reason. Okay, and then yeah, let's just close this little patch off as well. And so here you can just draft down. Reduce the width. And then we can try. So there's a little offset there, we don't want that, so we'll align, we'll curvature align this patch to there. Should it be curvature there? We'll try it, see what it does. Yeah, that's actually okay. Up the CVs because it needs, yeah, at least 2 rows to be able to align curvature. And then position line this here. It does wrap under a bit, so we do need to kind of let that flow. And it opens up as it comes around. So let's position line that. And don't forget I used the blend option for that. And then just extra CV rows, I just up that to 5 here. It doesn't really need to go to 5, it can, yeah, just go to 2. That's looking quite nice. And next we move on to the grill, but yeah, we're not going to go into too much detail with the grill, we're just going to get the general structure in there and then move on. So yeah, save your work, have a break, relax and try not to fall asleep. I'm sorry for my boring voice. Okay, so I think I figured out this area, let's quickly get it in. What I did was I built a monorail off of that edge and that edge. So I created that, and then I thought we have to blend around the corner, so I projected 2 curves on like that, and we trim those away. Get rid of that cone surface, trim that away, so that creates like this area where we can blend between the 2. When we do that, it's not exact yet, but then we can use that we need this point to run curvature over here, and at the moment it's peeling in. So what we do now is we create two surfaces. So we project a curve onto this surface and there, and trim that away. Get rid of these curves, get them out of the way, and then build a blend curve from here to here. And yeah, it's not perfect, but we can tweak this because actually this surface is almost irrelevant, so we can tweak these CVs here, pop them out. This is curvature here, doesn't need to be, it can be tangent, so it gives us room to tweak these CVs here. Push them out, because we want, basically we want this to flow better than what it's doing now. It's not flowing very nicely at all. Pump it out. Come on. This would have helped actually if I had done this. One sec. This driving surface, if that had come out, maybe. Maybe not. Let's realign it. Oh, yeah. The blend curve didn't like it when I untrimmed, so it decided to go crazy over here. We just have to use the edit tool, select it with the middle mouse button, and then just drag it back to where it was, and also align it in the correct direction. So yeah, in front view that blend curve looks fine, it's just in this view. But I think it will also help by tweaking the curve we used to trim it away. Sorry, let's bring it, make it visible. Delete the history on it. Just kind of move it. Yeah, it's cheating, but not really. Didn't really help that much. Need to pull these out again, even more. It really might have affected. No, it hasn't affected that too badly. Still looks quite nice there. So there you go. And then we'll build a square in this patch. So this can be tangent, this needs to be curvature, this needs to be curvature as well really. So let's make number 4 tangent. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that's helped. It's still tangent there. Why is that happening? Actually this blend curve didn't do exactly what I wanted it to, like it wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. So to fix that we'll just use the align tool, align it curvature there. There you go. That's helped quite a bit. It's helped a little bit. And let's double check if this is aligned properly as well. Yeah, it is. So yeah, it really doesn't do it does not very nice there. So we really do have to tweak these. Let's get rid of this. Tweak this surface, just pull it out. Oh, make sure the history is deleted. Just desperately trying to get this edge to pump out, just this CV. But actually we've lost history somehow. There we go. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's close. We can also maybe try this, it will pop out. No, that's actually done alright. And yeah, there's a weird thing going on at that point. It says it's all curvature and tangent, but it's, yeah, again, it's not perfect. We also need to correct this curve actually. because realign the blend curve, and look, it's not evenly distributed, which means these CVs are doing something weird. So that's the issue with blend curves. Sometimes they just do some crazy stuff, and you just need to realign them. They're usually just there for sketch modeling quite quickly. Nowhere near perfect, but at least something's in, so we can build the grill. It will do for now. And this point actually needs to come down to here, so let's trim it. Maybe extend it. No, don't extend it. We'll just trim it to there. So let's reproject a new curve on. 1, 2, 2, project, project. Again, yeah. I'm not 100% happy with it, but for this stage, we'll deal with it. Okay, and let's get this fillet in as well. 1, 2, 50 maybe, yeah, try 50, build. It's done multiple surfaces, maybe it has to. Let's try it without Bezier turned on. No, yeah, see, it's fine with just one surface. Let's see. Oh, I think 50 is enough. And then we'll build off of that down. We'll build curves off of that down and trim this away and blend from there as well. Blend through there. Trim. Trim. Freeform blend. We're doing alright. Now let's get the grill in. Or at least the blocked in surfaces for the grill. What I'm going to do now is actually just hide these curves because they're in the way. I don't need them anymore. I've built the surfaces. Turn the CVs off. Save your file. Make sure the video is still recording. Yeah. And yeah, okay, let's start building. What does it look like in 3D? Cool. Yeah, so it's got quite a bit of angle. It almost flows off the angle of the body there. And there's a gap here, so that's fine. Okay. So let me try and figure out the best way. The best way is probably not to draft, but to build a big surface across. And then offset it forwards and then skin. So let's try it. There will be there'll be a radius here. Yeah. Double check. Yeah, radius round, so that's fine. So there can be a break there. So let's build a skin across. Which I did do before, but I got rid of it. I mean, if it's close enough, let's extend it, see if it hits around the right area. No, so it needs to be, these rows here need to be tweaked so they match the plan view below it, or this edge below it. So you just need to pull it forward, yeah, and then the middle row needs to be pulled rearwards, flattened a little bit until it hits. So that'll do, that's close enough. And then same with the patch above. For some reason it's not one curve, and that's because of this. So if you trim and there's a green cross there, it means it'll end up creating two edges. You don't want that, so you have to extend that back and then trim, and now it's no longer on the edge. So you'll have one edge there now, which is better. Turn those CVs off. Rid of those curves. Skin. 1, 2. Flip crown. You could even do a rail surface there. Let's do that because then it saves us tweaking. So keep that as a generation curve, then the 2 rails either side. And it's going crazy because everything's set to curvature. Just set everything to positional. Yep. It does something a bit weird. But it's not the end of the world because we're just using it. We're just using it as an edge, not necessarily a. It's not going to be a big flat surface. And the big flat surface will be protruded backwards, and it will be. Oh, actually, I know why it's going weird. Because that needs to be flat there. So we'll just trim that away. Keep. Oh. Keep. And then we'll try that again. Rail. 1, 2. So it's still doing something a little bit weird, but not too bad. Okay. And then we will offset it forwards. Let's just guess for now. Let's project the curve. Okay, no, we'll offset first, then we'll project the curve on and see where it lands. Because annoyingly, it's not like it gets bigger as it goes up. So that makes things a little bit more tricky. That just means we'll have to tweak the surface in space. Let's offset it first. Not by 100, by 10. Try that. And of course that's lost position for no reason. Let's just position align it. Nope. Position align it to the curve on surface. Trim that away. Let's even put a radius on there now. 1, 2. 50. Yeah, that'll do. Bezier turned on because it needs more surfaces to hit curvature. Good. And then let's project in front view those curves and then see what they look like in side view. I always like overbuild. 2. I think this line here is like a flat edge. Maybe it blends out as it goes around. I have to have a look. No, it looks like there's a flat edge all the way around, but on the blueprint. On the blueprint it doesn't show it, but it looks like, yeah, there's a flat edge. So we'll build to that all the way around. Just stay consistent. So yeah, let's bring this outboard a bit. Two. There I was just I centered the pivot like I was doing with the curves right at the beginning, and then just scaling them out just to give it a bit of kind of like a little bit flat in the middle and then lead as it comes around. I just realised that this edge is actually too high on my. It actually needed to go lower here, but maybe. Oh no, it's fine. It's just the offset surface has created this outer edge too wide, but that doesn't matter because we're just going to project this on and trim in. Okay, let's project. Oh. Project that curve and that curve. Trim in. Get rid of these behind surfaces so we're not getting confused. This is where we need to create a center line because I can't be bothered to mirror the curves that I've just created over. So we can just work to 1/2 of a surface. So we've created a curve in the middle, and that divides it into half. This is actually a fillet piece with 2 fillets, so I'll just delete the one on this side, and then also no. There's multiple curves on there, so yeah, be careful not to project too many curves on, because it can affect things later on. It's annoying. Okay, trim. Make sure you protect everything. Keep. It's kind of, even though there's a radius there, it does need to have a flat, and come on, I deleted the wrong side, obviously. So yeah, this is a tool I use. Duplicate, mirror. So you mirror it across. Now make sure we delete the right one this time. If it gets too confusing, you can just turn symmetry off. I want to delete this one. Turn symmetry back on. Project. And then we want like a radius around there. Let's put the radius on here as well. Surface fillet. There. Set it to, it's going to be a variable fillet, I think, like it will get bigger and smaller, and then we'll just build a patch in there. Let me double check. I don't know, actually, it looks like it stays bigger, it's just trimmed away. So we'll do that. We'll do 50. No, it doesn't like 50. 40. Or 30, let's try 30. And set that to extend. That's the edge line. And then let's see what it looks like when we project those curves back on, which I got rid of, so bring them back. We need this one. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, sorry. I projected it from side view. So use this side view curve. Not that one. That one. Also this one needs trimming back to that. Extend that curve on surface. And trim. Looking okay. There'll be a small radius there, so that will fix that little flick. What's happened here? Oh yeah, I want to build just like a blend curve or something. From here to about there, we want it to line up with that edge. Project and trim. And now we see what it looks like in side view. It's not going to be right yet because we need to adjust. All we need to do really is rotate this surface in at the bottom. Just needs to be rotated in, and that's how you get that taper effect as it comes down. So we'll set the pivot of those 3 surfaces up to there so we can rotate from that point, and then select rotate, which is either in your marking menu if you've decided to set it there, or in your shelf, which I would have shown you how to do at the beginning. Oh, make sure you delete history. So delete construction history and then rotate. Oh, not that one. No, I need to reset the pivot. It obviously moved. Try again. It's always different. So in this case, it's the middle mouse button. But just try every one and then undo if it's not right. And that looks okay. Yeah, in this it's a lot flatter. It's a bit better. In mine, maybe I could just increase the right radius there, and that will help. Let's do that. So I'll just There we go. 2. Trim. Trim. So we should probably increase this as well. I will make it a variable fillet. So to do variable fillets, I've just done query edit. So I've gone back to the original fillet with history. Query edited it. Oh, excuse me. Query edited it, and then you use the middle mouse button in this case, and you see this blue line. You click on, you hold down the middle mouse button, click on that, and drag. So you want to keep that end at 30. So that's this end's 30, but you want to change that to like 40. So we'll click on that, and then just type in 40, and then select enter, and then spacebar or update, and then it should update. I'm going to make this end smaller as well. I'm going to put that to 20. There we go. So that's a bit better. Maybe make it 45, even 50. And that's a bit better now. They relate to each other a bit more. Retrim. Because it's updated and then they are new fillets now, new surfaces. I have to reproject that on. Also, this has decided to untrim, which is annoying. No, I'm going to delete history now because otherwise it's going to go crazy. Make sure this curve is trimmed, projected on as well. Trim that away. Trim that away. I don't know why that untrimmed. It's annoying. Retrim. Extend. Trim. It's actually, wait, it's a bit too negative there. So we'll actually give it a bit more positive in this view. It's better just to even just flatten that view works. So delete those curves on surface. Trim. Same with this. Delete curves on surface. Surface, project. Oh, make sure you don't project all the curves. Just that curve and trim. There you go. Oh, it's looking good. We're nearly there. You can do it. It is mentally draining, but you just gotta stay persistent. Just keep going, and it'll be worth it in the end. Right, now let's build these chamfers. So I will just do a skin, and let's hope that it looks good. So that's default. The crown at the moment is the wrong way around, so flip the crown. Too much crown as well, like it needs to be quite flat but not too flat, just a little bit of crown in it. That looks nice. Here as well. Flip crown. Yeah, good. Here. That's it. So one thing I forgot to mention is in the video I did draft off of the hood as well to give something to build to, because I knew there's a gap there. So I just drafted down to that point and built my this surface to there. So everything's now like you can build to that, and eventually we can just get rid of that because there's going to be a shot gap. And the skin build to there. Flip crown, yep. Yeah, you always just got to make sure the crown's the right way round, like otherwise negative surfaces look a bit strange. This corner we can just freeform blend and just tweak the form factor so it matches on both edges. If it's not perfect, it's okay, because basically you can just untrim. Did I do this edge line? Yeah, I did. And I think the form factor on that actually was more than 1, and that's why it's done that. Anyway. Oh god, yeah, okay, so that hasn't worked out too well. So we'll skin there. Skin. Make sure it's 5x5 and just manually align both edges. So curvature, G2. Oh, what have I done? Make sure you're aligning this one to that. And then just kind of drag those CVs with the left mouse button so they're close to this. And then that means those edges will be matching or close enough. Same with this edge. There. And what we can do then is just untrim this and retrim it to that new edge. So let's do that. Delete history. delete those curves history as well, because when you untrim, the bloody blend curves like to do something crazy. So I say I like blend curves, but actually they're a bit annoying. Alright, that'll do. Looking good. Same with this edge. This is doing something weird, but I think it's just meant to do that. It's meant to kind of taper as it goes to the middle. If not, then we can always fix that later, but for now, let's just keep it as is. Okay. Make sure that's default. Make sure the crown's going the right way. And then trim it at that point. And then build a blend. See if that freeform blend works this time. Probably not. Oh, low battery. Shit. Why? That's not good. It's plugged in. There we go. Just wasn't reading it. Okay. And then, yeah, okay, it's not matching exactly, but it's close enough. That'll do. A designer won't let you get away with that. Like that isn't enough lead. So maybe I can pretend I care a bit. That helps. It was 2. The form factor was wrong. To fix that, we need to move this up. And in. Delete these surfaces. Retrim. It doesn't matter that there's something weird there because we're not building to there anyway. Okay, and here as well. Make sure the crown's the right way. Reproject that curve onto there. Trim. Freeform blend. Oh, and it doesn't like it, of course. And the reason is because it's stopped too early. So just make sure it's extended all the way through. Retrim. Freeform blend again. Form factor's too high, bring that down to 1 or 0.9. And there you go, reproject that on. And that's better now, it's closer to the line. Yeah, as I predicted there would be a little gap there, but that's just because this area is a fucking nightmare. We'll fix that later on. All those little things you can just leave, don't get too bogged down by them, you just get everything in and then work backwards. It just depends how much love you want to give it. Some people are happy with it as it is because when you put it into like a visualization software, you rarely notice those areas, especially when you've fillet and flanged it. Let's put a blend in here as well. I assume that'd just be like this would just be trimmed away here. Let's look at the image. And it would just follow it round, yeah. So let's do that. Trim, and let's just do a quick monorail there. 1, 2, Gen 1 curvature, and then project this curve onto it and trim away. Oh. And that curve as well, the edge. Nice, nice. And there you go, we have a blocked in front end without the glass for the headlamp. But I'm kind of dreading that because I feel like it's not going to be great. I mean, we followed it pretty well. Let's also put this radius in here so it just flows better. At the moment it's too pointy. Yeah, there's a little radius there. Freeform blend. See, it didn't do it automatically this time, so you have to tell it which way you want it to go. There you go. 1 and 2. And trim. Project. Trim. Make sure you get every patch there. History's deleted. Let's delete all the history at the front now, because we don't need to do anything more with the history. And as we start trimming and untrimming things, you could suddenly not realise, and then later on realise that everything's gone a bit crazy in one area and you have to rebuild it, and it's annoying. Could even, like, to make this look more 3D, we can like copy and paste that, pull it backwards, template this surface just in case we need it later on, and then just draft off of those in, which will look good. Sorry, let's go back to this area though. Project that new curve, blend curve on, just so to make sure it's all flowing. That didn't look like it did it. It did do it. Oh, I know, I need to extend this as well. 1, 2. Keep. Nice. And also this needs to blend eventually, but we'll just leave that for now. We want to get onto the rear. Also we need to finish off the hood and the undercuts, and then move to the rear. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was just going to draft off the inner grille. I'm just going to do a draft in X and give it some angle, and not get it too perfect yet. So because chain select's on, it should go all the way around, but it didn't. But it doesn't matter, you just select, make it X, make sure it's going the right direction, so flip, and then give it some angle. So let's just give it, I don't know, 30 degrees, minus 30 degrees, and just draft it back until it intersects. And yeah, it does something weird as it goes around corners. Sometimes you just have to like delete those corners and put a freeform blend in or a skin and align it. But there you go, looks more 3D now. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean. Not perfect, but close enough. Right, save your work. Oh. And go and have a break. Or even like take the day off and start again, carry on tomorrow.